I got people in my chat telling me this is my 7th playthrough of Lobotomy Corporation. It's one of my favorite games. And I say there's something systematically broken inside you that you need to look deep inside yourself to fix. And I don't got no time for that. Aldous Falas. Okay, hold on. Let's hold on. Can I get a fire extinguisher? Oh, thank God. The fireman came with the fire extinguisher and got rid of the fire. Incredible. You know, we didn't start the fire. Alden Fallor has made a new video, except this time it's not about Limbus Company. I know. How did he manage to do it? People only want one thing, and it's disgusting. And let's see what this is.
The SCP Foundation has contained things.
Oh my God, we can't have Alden Fallor at this fast. It's too much. It'll break the space-time continuum.
Things that unmake language just by existing, and things that have literally killed the concept of death.
I thought that was just a fucking skeleton with an afro.
Before. They are the undisputed granddaddy of cosmic Pokemon collecting, and they have never had to deal with Lobotomy Corporation's abnormalities. That changes today. I'm not familiar with this game, Alden Fallor. What are we talking? This is a new SCP game? For anyone who hasn't spent the last how many ever hours micromanaging.
Oh, that's a weird logo. Like, I don't. That's weird. Ooh, it looks like that brain's getting stabbed. Ew, that doesn't look good.
Eldritch entities on a work schedule. Project Moon built a facility where the entire business model is managing things that should not exist. Their classification systems run from Zion, which is basically hard.
Don't you mean Zionist?
Harmless, up through Teth, He, Wah, and finally, Aleph, which is the game's polite way of
I pronounce it as Alf.
Saying your facility is now a smoking hole in the ground, and that's your fault. The Foundation has their own language for this. Safe, Euclid, Keter, and we are using the original 3, not Apollyon, not Ticonderoga, not whatever the wiki.
Why do you have Hava Nagila? That makes us all the IDF.
Added last Tuesday, the classic system, the one that exists.
I never really got into SCP because it's all just creepypasta. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, Backrooms, like, at least Backrooms, I still don't even like Backrooms that much. It's just not real. You know, it's just dumb. Like, maybe if it was structured as like a TV show or something, I would give a fuck. But like, these just like one-offs, like how many weird one-offs can we make? It's just like,
Existed before the Foundation decided 3 options wasn't complicated enough. Because frankly,
except Project Moon, like Project Moon's maybe it's because it's a game. Maybe because whatever I refuse to say this game's name, but maybe because this game, you actually play it, you feel more connected to the abnormalities when they show up. Whereas SCP is just like, I don't give a fuck about any of these things, so I'm never going to come into contact with them ever.
The original 3 tell us everything we need to know, and adding more categories would let me off the hook too easily.
Box test. Oh, is this the cat in the box test? By the way, Jeopardy mentioned Unk status. How did you not get copyright claim for this? Alden, why have you done this to us? The thing about SCPs, anyone can make an SCP, so a middle schooler can write some awful shit. Yeah, like a middle schooler could be like, the deadly squiggle. The deadly squiggle is a level 13 abnormality that crawls into your tits and makes you shoot a load in your pants. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? By the way, the SCP logo looks like an asshole, so. It looks like a puckered butthole. You're welcome.
The question is whether these 2 systems would ever agree on the same entity. They would not. And the gap between them is actually quite wild. We are going through the full abnormality roster and sorting them the way the Foundation would, not the way Lobotomy Corp did. And before any of you start drafting complaints in the comments, yes.
By the way, Alden Fallor's last 2 videos did pretty well, and they're not even Limbus Company videos. He's breaking the conditioning. He's breaking containment.
I am putting things on the safe list that are going to make you question my sanity and wish I would just shut the fuck up and distort already. Wah, tier, entries, plural, on the safe list. I stand by.
Oh, is that the piano hag? Where is Coffee Addict when you need him?
Everything on this list completely.
He was in charge of rizzing up the piano huzz.
If you don't like it, go yell at my.
I forgot that I had the smoke detector in the background.
My researcher. He'll be in the comments and he knows who he is. So just
Researcher? Let's pull him up. What the hell is this? Where is he? It's all shits and giggles until one sin breaches. Oh my god. That would be
sit
the
there
day.
and let me explain what I'm going to talk about. Before we touch on a single entity, the definition matters. Safe does not mean harmless. It does not mean
What the hell? Ecliptus mentioned. What? Pippus, why did you just mention Ecliptus? What the fuck?
friendly. There is no inviting it to your birthday party and expecting everyone to go home with their faces still attached. Safe means the containment procedures are reliable. The entity does not actively hunt for a way out. The danger is something that if
Who
you
the
fall
fuck does this Alden Fowler think he is? Now all of a sudden he's just God's gift of Lobotomy Corporation? What a fucking dude.
all the rules you can handle. The Foundation knows exactly what it does, exactly when it does it, and exactly how to make it stop. And that's it. That's the whole classification in a nutshell, and that distinction is about to do an enormous amount of work in this video. Let's start with the ones nobody is arguing with me about. Cyan is LobCorp's designation for things that are essentially harmless or actively useful. We've got Jesus Christ Superstar, which, to be clear, is the actual name of an abnormality. No, seriously, I didn't add anything to it. It's its name. Trust me.
I think you're already lying. 2 minutes into the video, Alden Fowler. I shall smite thee down.
And the Foundation would file it under theologically confusing and logistically fine. Well, cheers, mirror of adjustment. We can change anything. You must be happy, old faith and promise. You're bald, don't touch me. The Foundation reads these
You're bald, don't touch me.
files in the most dramatic
Now, how many times have we heard that, guys? How many times have we? Not me. Not me.
reaction they have is mild curiosity. Junior researcher, standard cell, done. Half of these they probably put in a break room just to see what happens. 10th is where Lobotomy Corporation starts treating things like an actual job. Standard training dummy, which the Foundation would be mildly offended that the Lobotomy Corp even decided to classify. Old lady, 1.76.
That old lady, that motherfucking old lady. Every time I went to go work on that old lady, she would shit in my face. She would bust a fart cloud on my character's face, and I'd punch her in the mouth.
Megahertz, Therestia, the Heart of Aspiration, Skin Prophecy, Luminescent Bracelet, Behavior Adjustment Bloodbath, Today's Shy Look, Grave of Cherry.
Shy Look mentioned the best, the most adorable abnormality. Give him a compliment and he looks like this. Look at that. Give him a compliment and he's grinning ear to ear.
Blossom, Spider Bud, Crumbling Armor. They're all low threats with very easy to determine behaviors. The Foundation has contained entities that eat concepts. Tath is a typical Tuesday to these people. Every single one of these is safe with zero debate. We're moving on, and I don't want to.
Alden is talking about this game. He talks about this game as if he made the game. But with Limbus Company, he's like, I don't know, the future, World of Warcraft.
Hear anything about it. However, this is where the conversation actually starts. He in LobCorp means moderate threat. These are entities that will absolutely ruin your employee's day if you give them the chance. And yet, here we are, putting 7 of them in the safe column. The argument is the same for all of them. The rules are consistent, and consistency is the Foundation's entire...
I literally have every abnormality memorized on what they do. Jake, I mean this with the most sincerest, you're autistic. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm just not, I refuse to be autistic.
Way to evaluate these guys. Happy Teddy Bear, the containment rule is one sentence. Do not send the same employee into the room twice in a row. Rotate your staff. That's the only thing you need to do to be safe.
I literally, because that mechanic exists in the entire game, I can't wrap my brain around anything else. I'm like, I can't play this game.
Bear will hug an employee to death if they come back before someone else has gone in. Which is a horrifying sentence that becomes very boring the second you write it into a rotation schedule. The Foundation has containment protocols that require employees to maintain specific emotional states under active psychological assault for a 12-hour shift. A mandatory staff rotation is something they would put on.
Hold on, did we hear that? Hold on, let's go back.
assault for a 12-hour shift. A mandatory staff rotation.
You hear that? Did you guys hear that? Let's go back.
Psychological assault for a 12-hour shift. A mandatory staff rotation.
You can't hide that microphone from me. I'll find you every time. Thank you, Alden Valor. Thank you, Elatus Falas.
Something they would put on the onboarding document and never think about again. This one's safe. Giant
I'm removing the donation.
tree sap can't escape. It can't breach. It's physically incapable of leaving its cell under any circumstance.
Why does it look like a single inflamed testicle?
What it can do is cause the employee to detonate shortly after ingesting its sap, which, yes, is something I just said. And the sap also provides genuine benefits, which means the Foundation's evaluation of giant tree sap is a useful resource with a known and avoidable detonation risk. Don't let your employees drink the Eldritch tree juice and you will have no problem. The Foundation loves anomalies that essentially pay for the juice containment and punish you for being stupid. So, say.
If you put juice in front of me, I have to drink it.
Shelter from the 27th of March. The name had me for a second too, but this is not a calendar entity.
Was that the shelter of the 27th?
Safe zone. It cannot escape. It cannot breach. It poses zero direct threat to anyone. The catch is that if an employee spends more than 30 seconds inside the room, other abnormalities can't escape. And that's the whole thing. The entity itself is completely
Jesus Christ, Alden Fowler, please behave yourself.
Contained. What it does is create a 30 seconds invulnerability window for you or whoever's in there. And as long as they don't linger in there too long, they're fine. The Foundation's response to this would be put on a sign on the door that says, don't loiter. The shelter isn't the threat.
Hold on, did you hear that? Let's go.
Shelter is just an inconvenient room that you have to avoid to stay safe. Then we have
that said nothing there will bring death. Be careful.
An inconvenient
room that you're inviting people over to a party and they're just like, oh, don't invite Tom. Tom is gonna bring death and you don't want that.
Have to avoid to stay safe. Then we have our notes from the crazed researcher. 3 rules written down, and that's the whole argument we have here. Don't return the notebook to containment within 30 seconds of picking it up. Don't put it back without doing some work first. And don't let the employee holding it panic. Break any of those 3 rules and your employee explodes and takes the whole room with them, which is a real problem. But if you follow all 3, you get a massive...
Yeah, everybody gets blown up, and that's a real problem. You don't say.
Temperance boost, and you walk out fine. The Foundation processes entities like this before launch. The rules exist. The rules are very specific, and the rules don't change. And the employee is the only variable. It's not the entity, so we're gonna go with safe on this one also. Then we have the Child of the Galaxy. Hands one.
I hate that little fuck.
Employee a token of friendship.
I don't even remember what he does. I just remember hating that little.
If that token holder works on another abnormality or dies while holding it, he triggers a wide branching attack that kills every other token holder within range. So you pick one designated handler, you keep that handler in his room, and you don't let them wander off. The Foundation would assign...
Courtney has died. Oh, now I remember back when my Courtney died, and it was the saddest day.
And a specific employee to the role and mark them in the system.
Courtneys are not supposed to die. Courtneys are on the same level as Stacy's and Becky's. They just don't die. They refuse to die.
As the galaxy aside.
If you can get yourself a Courtney, I'm telling you, you'll do yourself a favor.
And route every other work order around them. Funny thing is, though, is that as long as...
Who the fuck is Courtney? Ban APOC Bird.
It's a different day. Even if he has the token, it doesn't affect the next guy. So another dude can work on him the next day. And they just get this awesome...
I don't get how I got people in my chat telling me, this is my 7th playthrough of Lobotomy Corporation. It's one of my favorite games. And I say there's something systematically broken inside you that you need to look deep inside yourself to fix. And I don't got no time for that.
Necklace that boosts skills that they can use, which is a way to farm. Speaking of farming, he has an equal success rate across all training stats, which means the Foundation is accidentally running the best employee development program in their history. The Woodsman, though, this is the trickiest call in the
I didn't know that he was in this game. I thought that he was only in Ruina.
key tier, and I'm making it anyway. His counter drops on a bad work result, and whenever a high temperance employee finishes working with him, when the counter hits 0 and someone walks in, that employee dies instantly. He then shoves their body into his chest to
Hold on, did you guys hear that? Let's go back.
build a heart and escapes. Once he's out, he is a full He class suppression target. But here's why he's still safe. The rules are all on your side before the breach. Don't send in a high temperance employee. The Foundation would have a dedicated observer running a tally on the counter at all times. The same way they'd clock any entity with a breach threshold. Every single failure condition in his entire containment profile is the direct result of ignoring the two.
How did Alden have time to learn how to play this fucking game? He's got, oh, you know what? He's got kids. So he plays Lobotomy Corporation all day, every day. That's how. Okay. Plus, he has a woman. Okay, so he literally is playing Lobotomy Corporation. He feels like he is getting a lobotomy every second of the day.
The SCP Foundation's whole thing is secure, contain, protect. And as long as you can secure and contain the entity by following the protocols, it's going to fall into the safe category. We then have the Snow Queen. After a work session, she might place an ice shard over an employee's heart. And if you send the same employee back in, they get frozen. Again, all of
Then you got to send somebody in to break them out. It's a whole thing. You don't want to have it.
these are set on a daily timer, so after a day, they would be fine. But if you send them back in, now you have a problem. To get them out, you send in a high fortitude employee into duel.
I just love how it locks down like twice more. Like the giant metal sheet comes down and then the gate comes down over it, just like, you ain't leaving until I say so, boy.
Win the duel, and everyone walks free. Lose, and both employees die. There is also exactly one piece of
Oh,
gear
thank God the last Kirby survived.
you're never allowed
Where would we be without Kirby?
to bring in that room. Firebird ego. And if you do,
What the fuck?
that employee immediately dies on contact, and that's it. That's the full rule set.
There's too many rules. There's too many rules, Alden. There's too many rules.
Don't send the same employee twice, have a high fortitude duelist on standby, and leave the Firebird gear at home. The Foundation has
Oh,
continued.
I ain't leaving my Firebird. Oh, when I fire up my Firebird, when that engine roars on that Firebird, I'm going down the highway. You know what I'm saying?
Entities that require the
I think a Firebird is a car. That was a joke about being a car guy. Not all the jokes will be, let's continue.
complete elimination of human error across an entire site indefinitely. And the Snow Queen requires you to maintain a short list of personal rules and keep one strong employee available.
Snow Queen, more like Size Queen. You know what I'm fucking...
That's a normal day of operations for them. One
What the fuck was that? Hold on.
one
4? What the what?
tier abnormalities are on this safe list. I know what I did. Take a breath. I'm going to walk you through every single one of them, and by the end of this section, you're either going to agree with me or you're going to leave a comment that I will read out loud with a neutral expression on my face, I can imagine.
Okay, neutral expression. What an hold on. Explosion sound effect. I will not fix the errors in this comment. Smokes cigar. There we go. There we go, Valor. Read that. Read that, Alden Valor.
Why is dangerous? Why is the tier where Lobotomy Corporation starts putting their best employees off of other assignments to take care of these contingency plans? These things can and will cause serious facility level incidents when
I
mishandled.
like how one of the farthest time, one of like the best runs that I had in Lobotomy Schmobity, I also got the big bird, the apocalypse bird spawn, and people were just like, just reset, just re-fucking set, dude, just reset.
And I still put 4 of them in safe, and here's why. Starting off, we have the flesh item.
I said 5, didn't have a good mic to fix this. You just had somebody else say the word 4, and you just put it in.
One isn't even a traditional containment entity. It's a tool. Your employees pray to it, and the entire containment challenge is a timer. Between 21 and 90 seconds of prayer, your whole facility heals, their sanity goes up, everyone recovers. It's functionally a buff station. The catch is that if the prayer crosses that 90 seconds line, the praying employee dies, and every containment counter in the facility drops to 0.
Fuck?
Every abnormality
That's too much. That's too much. You're doing too much.
you have escaped simultaneously.
Oh, that was you saying that into your phone? Bro was in the bathroom at work and he was like, 4. Hold on, I don't like that one. 4. They don't like that one either. 4. And then Timmy came in and was just like, you all right in there, Al? And he was just like, yeah, Tim, I'm fine. 4.
That is a catastrophic
This guy's a workaholic. Even when he's at work, he's still working.
failure state, and it is caused entirely by not watching the damn clock. The Foundation would have a dedicated stopwatch running the second any employee entered that room. They would pull them out before 90 seconds the same way you'd pull someone out of a decompression chamber. The entity is not the variable. The clock is the variable, and the Foundation is very good at clocks.
I'm surprised they didn't make a mod that just lets you recall. Like, it just knows whenever you send an employee to like a timed room and it just tells you when to click it. And it's gonna turn. We need a mod that turns this into like Five Nights at Freddy's, where you just go click that, bring this up, click that, bring that down, click that, click that, click that, go over there.
Pianto della
Check the vent. He vented. Among Us. He's sus.
Luna. She can escape, and I want to be upfront with that because the breach conditions are worth understanding. If you order an employee to play the piano a 3rd time, her counter immediately hits 0. The piano player transforms and she breaches. And that sounds like a problem, and it normally would be, except for one thing. She goes back on her own. She is playing out a sonata, and when the 3rd movement finishes, she returns.
Is he gonna talk about the? Oh my good lord! What was I talking about? What was I? Oh my god! No, coffee. How do we put the coffee hag on screen like this and coffee shows up? That's incredible.
To containment without having anyone do anything about it.
What is that? Why did we just zoom down to her foot?
The Foundation's entire strategy for Della Luna is to not send any.
Are we gonna talk about the apple bitch, the bitch that like puts thorns all over your facility? I hate.
One to the piano a 3rd time, and if someone does, clear the room, wait for the music to stop, and go back to work. She self-resolves, and the Foundation would classify a self-resolving breach as an inconvenience, not a crisis. I'm not gonna lie, the next one's also a tool, and the backwards clock, and this one is really interesting, and I want to give it the time it deserves. The clock has to be activated 5 times to trigger its effect. The 5th activation, the one that actually does something.
For a Kickstarter game, this game has the most insane, high-quality soundtrack I've ever heard.
Requires a level 5 employee to be the one who triggers it. And what happens when they do this is time reverses. Your entire day kind of resets. Any of your mistakes are fixed. I know it's not quite that simple, but every mistake or casual.
Oh my god, Angela must hate this piece of shit. Oh my god.
Casualty can be reset with this.
If you get this Abno, like, you're literally like doubling the pain that she had to go through.
Catastrophic breach you've lived through is just.
Or are you undoing the pain? No, because then she feels the pain again anyway. You reverse time, but you're still in time. You're still present as the time goes back. So I think Angela still feels it.
The cost is the level 5 employee who activated it, because they're gone permanently. The Foundation's evaluation of the backwards clock is that this is a temporal anomaly with a specific repeatable activation sequence, a hard personnel requirement, and a defined cost. The mechanism is completely understood. The trigger is deliberate, and you cannot accidentally activate the backwards clock. You have to specifically put a high-level employee in that room.
Magical girl's just chilling here with this abomination. Oh my god.
4 times. and then do it again. So it's fine. All right, guys. Here's the most controversial one. Yin and yang, separated, mind you. Yang is equipment. An employee carries it. While it's not being used, yin stays in the containment with no issues.
Uh-oh.
The timer starts.
I think I'm starting to... Is it fucking sweeping? Oh, what a little guy! He like sweeps up for you. That's adorable. He's keeping the place clean. Earning his cape dead.
Yang is equipped on someone and stays running. Leave it equipped too long and Yin's counter reaches 0 and she escapes. Yang transforms and escapes alongside her, leaving
Well, how bad could it look? How bad could it... What the fuck? It turns into a fish?
Once they're both loose,
oh god, there's the other one. Oh god.
They move towards each other to fuse into a dragon that inverts your facility's rules.
Uh-oh.
Good situations become bad. Bad situations become good. And your entire operational logic starts running backwards.
What?
To stop them, you have to suppress both halves simultaneously, because killing only one just delays the problem. However, here's why
there's multiple abnos that fly across your screen like the train.
It's still safe in the separated state. The entire fusion scenario is gated behind one rule. You don't leave Yang equipped too long. The Foundation would have a clock on the Yang the same way they'd have a clock on Flesh Idol. A hard rotation limit, a designated handler swap schedule, and a standing order to unequip before the window closes. The dragon only exists if someone ignores the countdown. They could have been tracking and separated with that.
How does Falor have the time not only to play this game and learn all the problems in it, but to make a video about it and get like what?
Protocol in place.
Bro's got like 20 kids, 3 wives. He's got a actual job, dude. How does he have time?
The rules still hold and the product is still safe. And here's what this entire list actually tells you. LabCorp classified by threat level. The Foundation classifies by containment relatability. Those are not...
I just have my ears assaulted with like the fastest trancy techno music the world has ever seen. And then it's just chill out and hang out with your gay friend and the old guy back at the library did.
The same question. When you swap the lens, the entire roster reorganizes itself. Things that terrified your employees, things that ate through your staff on a bad day, things that LabCorp treated...
bad day. LabCorp's just like, yeah, well, you know, we kind of lost like half our people. We had some like serious breaches. Like we had to reverse time a couple of times. It was kind of a bad day, but tomorrow it's going to be even worse.
It is genuine operational crises. The Foundation looks at all of that and asks one question.
Lobotomy Corporation, the type of place you work at where like a bad day is what you're aiming for. Like every normal day is like a horrible, like abomination day. And then you have a bad day and you're just like, yeah, you know what? That day was pretty all right. It was a pretty bad day overall. I'm usually where I'm used to life ending, like losing a limb, stuff. But only one person died today. That's pretty good.
Do our rules hold? Can it be contained? For everything on this list, I would say that the answer is yes. Don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe and hit the noti bell if you guys
hit the nudie bell. What the fuck is this? Shogi Japanese chat? Oh my god! Now Falor has time to teach people how to fucking play shogi chess? Japanese chess. Falor, you know how to play Japanese chess all of a sudden? Thank you. Like and subscribe. This guy's just showing off at this point. Oh my god. Thinks he's better than me. He thinks he's better than all of us, this Alden Falor. I'm really starting to get a little bit sick of this Alden Falor, if you ask me. If you ask me the truth about it. He's just ridiculous. Oh my god. I wonder if he let's hold on. Did he comment? Did he respond to my comment? Let's see. Let's see what he did. Maybe
the SCP Foundation.
We're not watching the whole video again. Jesus Christ. I can play Go, not Shogi. Neutral expression. What a dog. Explosions. In fact, I will not fix the rules in this smoke sit car. Completely neutral, not a single issue. Not a single issue. I can't even speak. Not a single issue. You smoke your cigar. There we go. And I'll like my own comment because that's how I roll. Thank you so much, Falden Aldlor. We speak your name incorrectly, but we do speak it, and that's all that matters.